Hello everybody, my name is Benji and welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new here, I do this kind of thing at the beginning of every single semester because my schedule IRL changes quite a bit, which means that the schedule here on YouTube ends up changing quite a bit. So I'm just kind of going to go through in this video and talk about all of the things that are on the docket for content and all of the things that are gonna be happening over the next couple of weeks. Things are gonna be normal for a little bit. I have a lot of work to be doing on campus and all the things. However, that is going to stop at a certain time during the day, and that certain time during the day is going to result in YouTube content being a thing. I no longer have a part-time job at a movie theater, so I've got a lot more time on my hands throughout the week to dedicate primarily to my research, but then also to YouTube on the side, because this is a side gig, but I really like this side gig. It's a really fun side gig. Also, in case you can't tell, my voice sounds a little bit different, but that's because of the fact that I've changed where my mic is, and for those of you who are in the Discord, you'll be getting a picture of the new and improved revised setup with fixed lighting and a new microphone arm so that I don't have to worry about cords laying on my desk and all the things that I used to have to worry about. I finally have a full proper streaming setup that looks like a legitimate streamer, so that's actually kind of cool. But this is kind of a trial run of the new voice as well, so if you have any comments or concerns, please feel free to let me know. Now, let's go on ahead and get started in talking about what's going to be happening over the course of content, and then we'll get to the schedule at the end. So in terms of content, I can break that down into two categories, as we have done similarly, those two categories being stream topics and video topics. There are certain games that I play on the channel that are better suited towards stream and having active live audience engagement, and then there are some games that require a lot of behind-the-scenes work that use a lot of editing, pausing, that sort of thing, and work better in long-form video content. Of course, I don't really do short-form video content because I'm horrible at making things brief, as you can see by the introduction of this video being roughly 2 minutes. So to get started on stream topics, we've got a couple of things going on. The first of which is actually Hollow Knight. We have a Hollow Knight randomizer that we're still currently working on. It's a cursed randomizer, so everything is randomized, nothing is duplicated, all of the text has been completely and entirely translated to Oblivion, so nothing really makes a whole lot of sense, and that's just kind of something that we're gonna have to keep dealing with, and it results in some really funny things like Sly being called poor, and a couple of other things like that, which is quite interesting to enjoy and work through. And of course, the randomizer aspect of things means that we have, I think it's left claw, right dash, right crystal heart, and abyss shriek, and desolate dive, but no vengeful spirit, and we still can't heal. So that's just a whole entire cursed everything that we're going to keep working through until we eventually finish it. And that'll be really nice to finish and get out of the way sometime this semester. Game number 2 is Grounded, and I'm not really going in any particular order. I'm really just kind of going in chronological of when they started. So Grounded is an open world survival base building game. It can be multiplayer, but I play it single player. It's essentially Honey, I Shrunk the Kids if Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was a video game. That's the best way to describe it. Reminds me a lot of Subnautica. I've really enjoyed it so far. And we're going to keep chugging along on Grounded. We have found the hedge base. No spoilers, by the way, in the comments, please. Thanks. And we were beginning to work on the underwater base last time before I went on vacation for the holidays. So we're going to keep going with that at some point, and we're going to finish up Grounded, and I'm just going to have a great time with it, which is nice. And then comes the third stream topic, which is Elden Ring. This is by popular demand. There's a lot of people who have really been pushing for me to play a Souls game, as well as specifically Elden Ring. And Supreme, my moderator, or well, one of my two moderators who's here pretty much every single time, every single stream, and also is kind of the reason why I started the channel, because he was the first one that stuck around. He actually bought this game for me, so shout out to Supreme for that. I appreciate it. But I also am suffering, so that's a backhanded thank you in that regard. But we're, of course, going to keep going with Elden Ring. I only played it once for like 3 hours, so we're going to keep going with that, and we're going to eventually wrap up with it and move on to something else. For those of you who are wondering where's Satisfactory, Satisfactory hasn't been played on the channel in like a year, if not more at this point. I think I ended with Fixmas 2022. So for those of you who are wondering where Satisfactory is, it's only in Update 8. It's still early access. It's been in early access for like 4 years at this point. Maybe 3 years, 3.5, 3 and a bit, something. And they're currently planning an Update 9. They teased it in the going away video. So that's not really on the docket until 1.0. I have so many other Factory games that I'm playing at the moment, and I don't want to burn myself out on Satisfactory until 1.0 comes out, and then I can really binge it during streams and really do a deep dive into it like I have done in the past. So that's where Satisfactory is. That's why Satisfactory hasn't been around, and that's why it's not going to be around until 1.0 comes out, which will hopefully be at the end of 2024. You can see last played here. Hopefully at the end of 2024, maybe 2025. I'm not entirely sure. Now, moving on from stream content, those are the 3 games for stream and the 4th when 1.0 comes out, which hopefully some other streams will have ended by the time that this comes out. The next 2 topic is the video topics, and there are 2 games for that, which is why I said 2 right there. The first of which, and the most prominent of which, of course, is Dyson Sphere Program. Dyson Sphere Program is a phenomenal game. I absolutely love this game so much. And you can see I last played it on December 18th. That's when I binged like 8 episodes worth of content to put out to you guys. And that's what's been going up over the past couple of weeks while I've been hiatus. There's actually episodes planned all the way up through here, January 10th, and then I can have one for the 13th as well. I just need to edit it and actually get it uploaded. But other than that, I have not been in my apartment or played video games since the 18th. So, yeah, that's quite a stint of nothing, which is why I had to make sure everything was in the pipeline. But I have been loving the Dark Fog Dyson Sphere Program update. I can't wait to get into space combat, and that's kind of what's coming next with content in Dyson Sphere Program. It's going to keep being uploaded. I'm going to keep recording it. I've got decently large plans for Dyson Sphere Program as a whole in order to actually get an end goal like I've had before. So we're going to keep chugging on that and just keep on keeping on. And then the other one is Astroneer. Astroneer is another game that I started playing. I have 4 videos up on the channel for it at the moment in the most recent playthrough. I tried to stream it at one point, and I think that kind of fell off. But we were about ready to head to a new planet in the last episode, so that's kind of where we're going to be jumping back in for Astroneer. However, that's probably going to take a little bit more of a back seat and let Dyson Sphere Program really take the cake. And then once one, if not both of those are finished, we're going to return to Mindustry Exogenesis and continue along that route. Maybe at that point, Mindustry V8 will be in early access, which will be kind of neat to see overall, the Bleeding Edge branch. And if you haven't seen, I did a little bit of a deep dive onto the early access of Mindustry V8, where they deal with all the neoplasia and the biological units and all of those things. So if you want to see that, I'll try to provide a link in the description to me discussing V8, and maybe eventually we'll be able to get back into Exogenesis and finish up that run. Exogenesis is a fantastic mod. The creator of the mod himself has actually been in stream and in videos quite a bit. So shout out to him for making this mod and having it be amazing. Sorry I got burnt out on it. I get burnt out on Factory games pretty often, especially with one as repetitive as Mindustry, which is what I'm trying to avoid with Satisfactory. And that allows for things like Dyson Sphere Program and Astroneer to take a little bit of a front seat for now. So that's pretty much it in terms of what exactly we're doing in the coming months, however long it's going to end up being. now it's time to talk about when. When is all this going to be coming out week to week on the channel? How can you find it? How can you see it? What are you looking for? The current plan that I have in mind, and this is subject to change, however, the current plan that I have in mind is to stream on Wednesdays and Thursdays, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's going to be 2 streams a week, which I think is going to be very nice, especially while we have 3 things that we're streaming each week. It'll be... I play each game twice a month, I think is how that math works out. Because 2 times 4 is 8 divided by 3 is a little more than 2 times a month. It's 2.6, round up to 3, but really you can't round up a video. So basically each game gets played twice a month, which I think will be fine. And the way that we're going to do that is we're just going to rotate through the different topics. I think we're going to start off with Grounded, because Grounded is the one that I missed the most. So I want to really get back into Grounded and dive back into that. But then the second game that we're going to play is Elden Ring, because that is the most popular by demand for sure, especially by Supreme. And then Hollow Knight is going to be the third in the rotation, and then that will continue along its path. Now, I should also mention the first stream of the week, or of the spring semester, is going to be on Wednesday the 10th, and then Thursday the 11th is going to be the second. So you can expect Grounded on Wednesday the 10th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard, and Elden Ring on the 11th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then you can expect Hollow Knight the following week on the 17th Eastern Standard Time. Now, in terms of videos, when the heck are we going to have videos coming out on the channel? We're actually going to keep that pretty consistent to what we've got going on right now. We've got Saturdays and Wednesdays, and of course I'm not going to have videos compete with my own stream, so I need to move the Tuesday video and keep the Saturday video, and those are still going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So in terms of when the second video is going to be, that's actually going to be on Tuesdays now at 7 p.m. So to kind of recap, and again, this will all be in the description, you're going to have streams on Wednesday and Thursday, videos on Tuesday and Saturday, and those videos are just kind of up to whatever. I'll probably end up doing 3 Dyson Sphere program and then 1 Astroneer, and that'll get 6 Dyson Sphere programs in each month and 2 Astroneers in each month, and we'll just continue along that trend for as much as it's sustainable. And then the 2 streams a week as well is going to help. So again, all that's going to be in the description. Thanks for sticking around through all the changes. Being a PhD student is no easy feat, and boy, trying to juggle all of this can get a little overwhelming sometimes, which is why I take big hiatuses like I have and big vacations to kind of step away from it, reconsider some things, realign my priorities, and just really have a hard reset at the beginning of every single semester. But that is going to be it for this video, so thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. Feel free to join the Discord, ask any questions, and yeah, without further ado, adios, sayonara, au revoir, hasta la vista, das vidania, wiedersehen, ciao, and goodbye. Please have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day. Get some sleep if you need to. Don't forget to stay hydrated. This video is in the bag, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later, y'all.